What is going on, everybody? Matitude22 here today with another video, guys. As you can see, we have a big jumbled mess of figures, which I'll just kind of, I'll just kind of knock them all down and move them to the side. So we got another extravaganza video. I hope you guys are digging these videos. Really quick before I get into it, because this is one of those things that's it's got to be addressed, and I haven't addressed it. Well, I have technically addressed it publicly, not on this platform, not if you're following this channel. I don't really know what the future of this channel is, and I don't really want to start going on to a big like spiel or like a big rant about Kappa and all the YouTube channels, smaller YouTube channels getting cut. I don't really want to get into that and address that, because I feel like I've already addressed that. You know, if you are a viewer of the Spaghetti and Friends toy show, we've talked about it on there. We've kind of addressed that on there. So, excuse me. Video wouldn't be complete without me yawning, right? Am I right? Yes, I am. So yeah, I've already kind of addressed that there. Don't really want to get into it again. All I will say is I'm going to do my best to keep bringing you reviews if you want to see them. If not, that's okay. But there is people that do. I don't know where my videos are going to be uploaded anymore. I feel like YouTube is probably not going to be it. I don't even know where this video is going to be uploaded. So if you're not following my Facebook page, it's Matitude22 Figure Reviews. I might just drop some videos there. Actually, my last YouTube video, a video that I did with my daughter, went up today. At least for the time being, like I said, don't really know what the future of this channel is going to be, but sorry, oh god. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning a lot, don't know why. But anyway, yeah, like I said, don't really know what's going to be going on here, but make sure you keep your eyes on Facebook, this Facebook Sanctuary page. The Sanctuary Facebook page is what I actually meant to say. So you never know, and I'll keep you guys updated. But anyway, guys, right now we are doing another action figure extravaganza. I already you kind of briefly saw there's what we're gonna be looking at. You'll see it in the shitty thumbnail. So let's just dive right into it. I'm gonna try to do this rapid fire to make these videos a little bit shorter. Alright, so first figure we're going to look at is Elite Bruno Sammartino. And of course, guys, I'm sorry about the sunlight. This is literally the only time I could do this at. And it's just really, there's really just nothing I could do about it. I have curtains up, but the sun is just really powerful. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me on that. Sorry. Alright, we got Elite Bruno Sammartino here. I did pick this figure up loose. I actually got him in the UK. So, very cool. Very thick looking figure, which rightfully so. Bruno Sammartino was a thick individual. He was a big man. I would say they did a really good job on the face sculpt. Now, there is a little bit of yellowing up there. Don't really know what happened. I feel like that's just... Sometimes that happens when you buy loose figures, but it's not the worst. I will say what's bad is how loose this figure is. I feel like this was like a kid's toy, and basically a parent was just like, alright, you got enough wrestling figures. It's time to sell some. I could be wrong, but the legs and the head and the arms just really loose. So that's my perception. Again, I could be wrong about that. I like all the painted hair on the arms and the chest and the stomach. Obviously, Bruno was quite the hairy individual. And you see the little black smudge right above the knee, too. So, again, that's what makes me think. And some kind of stuff going on there. Again, that's what makes me think this was a kid's toy. Because it doesn't look like it was well taken care of. You can see some marks right there. Just has 2 sculpted fists. I didn't get any accessories with them. Like I said, I bought it loose. I bought just the figure. Again, oh my god, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I need to sleep more. Another thing I find, typically, if you buy a loose figure from a collector, they would at least have the accessories. The accessories were not included, and it is quite possible. I've been known to lose some accessories from time to time, so it is possible that it just happened. Anyway, moving on. Articulation. Head moves side to side. We get forward and back. Arm moves up to here. I can't get it to move more. Even on this side, well, there you go. Actually, this side works quite well. Moves down. It obviously has almost like a cut joint. It feels like a cut joint because it feels very prehistoric, the articulation, but it does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. I just mean in the sense of it doesn't move a lot. It just kind of seems to swivel. That's what I meant to say. Wrist rotation and wrist hinge. We got waist twist and ab crunch. No hair up there. They really should have painted that. Hips move out this far. He kicks this far forward. Kicks that far back. He's got a really loose thigh swivel, and you can see, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like it's starting to split there. I could be wrong, but not ideal. Double jointed elbow, which works really well, and he's got a boot swivel and ankle rocker and ankle pivot. So that is Elite Bruno Sammartino. Pretty nice figure. Again, a good Hall of Fame figure, and someone I don't see getting re-released. So this kind of, I have so many figures on my desk that they just keep toppling over as I'm trying to do this video. Alright, this might be one that might be worth picking up, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, next we have a Transformer. We are looking at Counter Punch, or Punch, whatever one is which, doesn't really matter that much. And for alt modes, I'll probably kind of just do that. I'm not going to go through all the transformations because I feel like, oh my god, stop yawning, go to sleep at a good time. Damn it, man. I feel like this video would just be even longer, so I'll probably just kind of tack those on at the end. So there's the packaging. This is the Prime Wars Trilogy Punch, Counter Punch, Power of the Primes. I think this was an Amazon exclusive, and you can see the packaging looks pretty cool. You can see on the back you can transform them. There is the bio if you want to read that. There you go. Get rid of that. Alright. Alrighty, I messed it up. Didn't really want his leg to do that. Alright, whatever, I guess just... Alright, as you can see, this guy is an Autobot. Autobot logo nice and cleanly displayed. And I'm kind of a fan of blue and orange together. So the blue and orange paint scheme really works quite well for me. Face sculpt is good. He's got a gun that's a little bit different. I'm pretty sure we've seen it before. And basically, like the other side, I'm not really going to go into it. You just kind of rotate everything. Not like that, but you just kind of pretty much rotate everything in there. Is the Counter Punch. Him as a Decepticon, so you can see that. It's just more blue. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, face sculpt is decent. No backpack or kibble, which is nice. The feet and the legs are fairly thick, and they don't close as well as I would like, but they kind of have a tendency to pop open. But that's okay. You know what? This is still a nice figure. Still a very nice looking Transformer. Yeah, and some nice silver and red going on. He's got the red hands. Articulation, head moves, rotates. It moves forward and back, rotates side to side. I don't know why, I guess I'm having a hard time talking. Moves up and down. You can move it all the way around 360 degrees. He's got a, I don't know if it's a bicep swivel. I guess it's kind of like his bicep. And the elbow does hinge forward and back. Hands don't rotate, but they do hinge. Do they hinge? Yes, they do. So there you go. You can pop out the, obviously you can't do it with this gun, but you pop in the old hands and the reverse hands would pop out. So that's a pretty nifty, if you ask me. Waist does rotate. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward. He's got a nice bend in the knee. And that pretty much does it. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of keep this guy to the side. Because I'll probably, when I'm done, I'll probably just show you all the... I won't go through all the transformations. Like I said, I'll just kind of show you what they all kind of look like in the alt modes. We got a couple transformers today, so we also have Combiner Wars Blast Off. You can see the window box right there. See Blast Off on the back with a brief bio. Out of the three, there was 3 of them. This one is probably the most least impressive to me. I will say he's definitely a Combiner Wars figure. Was he Combiner Wars? I feel like he was. I know I just said that, but he looks very much like a Combiner Wars figure. Face sculpt, alright. Got the nose of the plane right on the back, and I won't go through all the articulation for these guys because they pretty much, all 3 of them have the same level of articulation. It's got the purple on the front and some white there. Other than that, it's just kind of this awful kind of brown color. Not even like a nice brown. It's kind of like a weird kind of off brown. I do, one thing I do like, I like how the hands have like thrusters. It almost kind of looks like if you wanted to give them like a hand cannon, you could kind of do that. It looks pretty cool. There you go. Other than that, the feet look cool. Again, the feet have jet thrusters, so they look kind of unique. Other than that, not a great figure, not a bad figure to any degree, but pretty cool nonetheless. Again, we'll kind of look at his alt mode a little bit later. And the last one, if you haven't guessed it by now, it is Repugnant, the last of the monster bots. So there you go, pretty cool. On the side, and then there's the figure on the back. Bio right there. Of course, if you want to read it, of course you know what to do. I don't need to tell you guys that. I don't need to tell you guys that, right? All right, this I think is my second favorite figure. He feels very similar. The legs are very similar, almost exactly like the dragon one. Actually, like both. I think all 3 monster bots have had these same kind of legs. All right, guys, we're back. Little cutaway because I sensed my wife was going to be coming in here, and I was correct. She did. Alright, yeah, so like I said, all the monster bots have used these legs. He's got these 2 swords, which I think this part kind of makes it look not nice. Obviously, I know that for the figure, they have to be like that, but this is just a big kind of design flaw. You can kind of... Unless, like, I don't know, are they supposed to go like that? Like, yeah, that doesn't look right, so miss right there. But face sculpt is good. It's hard to see because he's yellow, and of course it's really sunny. But the red and the yellow paint is really nice. You can see there is bug head or monster head. Autobot logo. Nice and clearly displayed on the breast. I was trying to make a joke. I know it's a chest plate. It's for transformation. Obviously, I was trying to make a joke, but what are you gonna do? So that is it. I do like I will say I do like the translucent green plastic. it looks pretty cool. I wish we got a little bit more of it. I say this in every video. These feet still suck. They still suck at this one. And the hands are a bit too loose. So there you go. Feels very stiff and awkward. But so we'll kind of talk about it more when we later look at his alt mode. Sorry, I just gotta quickly send a text. You know, sometimes you gotta shoot a quick text, or people just kind of. Sometimes people don't want to take a hint. Sometimes people want to keep messaging you. If you don't reply, they want to keep blowing up your phone, and it's like, well, buddy, I didn't reply because I'm busy filming a review. I was almost gonna say YouTube video, but then I'm like, this might not even end up on YouTube. So technically it's not a YouTube video. So there you go. Point 1, me. What? Point 0, YouTube. I don't know, whatever. All right, next figure, we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Shadow Ranger from SPD. SPD, one of my favorite seasons, one of my top 5 favorite seasons, and Doggy Kruger is one of my top 10 Power Rangers. I'm gonna say go top 10 there, because 5 would be maybe not top 5, but definitely top 10. All right, packaging here looks pretty cool. You got Power Rangers right there, nice artwork of the character right there, and you can see the figure on the back in all his glory. There you go. There you go. All right, get rid of this sword for now, which came horribly bent and warped in the packaging. So thanks for that, Hasbro. You did it right there. All right, I almost feel weird kind of saying face sculpt. It's not a face sculpt. It's more like a helmet sculpt. But there you can see the helmet sculpt. Looks all right. Again, not breaking any boundaries here, any molds. It looks like it's supposed to, and that's what this figure is. He looks like he's supposed to. The chest plate is a soft plastic. He's got the SPD logo on the side. He's got the gauntlets, the holster for the sword, which you'd think, put the sword in the holster. That'll straighten it out, but no, not so much. But there you go. I know I could fix it with some hot water, but just for the sake of this video, I haven't done that yet. You see the boots. That's pretty much it. The metallic kind of, I don't know how you describe it. Not a baby blue. It's like a metallic. It's like a metallic blue. Does that make any sense? I don't know why I think that makes sense, but it does to me. It does look good, and then the little hits of red here and there. Articulation, head moves side to side. It does forward and back. Arms don't move up. They kind of do this weird swivel. I don't know. I don't quite like it. They have butterfly joints, but not effective butterfly joints. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist rotation, and a wrist hinge. He's got a diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far. He kicks this far forward. Kicks back. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, which is pretty effective, if I do say so myself. I already touched on the bent sword, which has some paint on it. It looks pretty cool. Well, there you go. Obviously, I wish the sword was straight. But what are you going to do? So there's a figure. Can you stand up just for the cutaway? All right. He does have some accessories, which I do have here to show you guys. But I can't find them. That was actually not me. That was my chair. So let's just get that straight. Let's dig out these accessories. Come on. Another bag. Here we go. Oh, and joy, I dropped them all. I'm sorry, guys. It's really cluttered in here. Alright, so accessories. It comes with 2 alternate hands. He comes with a fist, and he comes with this kind of final attack hand. That's the best way I can describe it. He also has this translucent kind of plastic sword effect, which just slow. And that's gone too, so even better. There you go. Nice fucking translucent blue. Don't know what the hell that is. So there you go. And he comes with the alternate unmasked head, which looks cool. Very nice detail on that. Some nice texturing. So there you go. I lost the... I didn't lose it, but I just dropped it. I'm not getting it right now because it fell under my table, and I would have to move everything, and we're just not doing that right now. Just not doing that right now, okay? We're just not dealing with that right now. So here you go, back in the little bag. In the little bag in the hands. Weird neck thing. Really cool figure. Hopefully they start cranking out more SPD figures. If not, why even bother giving us this one? Alright, the next one, let's get ready for a real shit figure. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Sorceress from Super7. There you go. It's got the gray skull inspired packaging. Very nice artwork of the sorceress. Kind of nice animated. And a bio right there if you want to read that. Of course, pause this video now. Rid of that, and oh boy, does this figure suck. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why this figure sucks. First of all, looks ugly. Alright, that's not really a fair criticism. The figure itself looks decent. Minus the fact, one, she doesn't have her staff. That's a big miss, in my opinion, because she was known for having a staff. And you could tell she doesn't have the staff because she doesn't come with any alternate hands. So even if she did have the staff, she couldn't hold it. Doesn't come with the cape. So you have this, which is the outstretched kind of wing cape. All you can pretty much do is you can peg it in on the arms and in the back. And if you're lucky enough to get it to stay, she just kind of stands like that. That is it. That is literally all you could do with this figure. She has some accessories. She has this alternate head with the little bit of blue. Don't really know the significance of that. And she comes with the little podium with her when she changes into a bird, and you can kind of put the bird on there. I don't find it really stays, despite the fact that it has peg holes in the damn feet. It has peg holes in the feet for this reason, and it still doesn't do what it's supposed to. So Super 7, wow. And I've not been the biggest fan of Super 7. I'm optimistic for the New Japan figures, but I haven't been a fan of these He-Man figures. And, you know, I've been buying them, so I think I'm entitled to say if I don't like them. I think that's fair. This figure is a miss. I don't even want to look at this figure anymore. I don't even want to look at the articulation. Let's just... Let me get the wings on. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Let's just get rid of that and move on to something slightly better. Let's take a look at a nice, fun Black Series figure. We have Dryden Voss from the movie Solo, which I didn't mind. It wasn't the best Star Wars movie. definitely not the best Star Wars movie, but kind of take a look at him and the package. Alright guys, my apologies. I had to stop the video. I had to go get my kid from the bus, but we are back now, and as you can see, the lighting is a little better, so pretty ideal, I would say. Let's get him standing. Alright, so next we have the Black Series Dryden Voss. Very standard Black Series packaging, figure number 79. You can see a brief bio right there. But the yawning continues. The yawning seems to never go away. I don't really know what it is. I seem to can't talk without yawning. That doesn't make any sense. But moving on. All right, pretty sweet figure here. This would be and now I'm Paul Bettany. His other notable character, I would say. So we have Dryden Voss from Solo. Again, I touched on it before. Some people did not like Solo. I didn't mind it as much. I thought it was good in its own way. He is the main villain. As you can see, the figure does suffer from wiggly leg syndrome. Pretty much nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. It just comes in kind of a regular black suit. This is supposed to clip somewhere, I don't know. I couldn't get it to clip in, so I just kind of tuck it in. See, the pants have some texturing on them. Look pretty cool. Face sculpt is cool. I like the detail. You can see the scars. Looks pretty nice, and he comes with his 2 hand blades, kind of like brass knuckles a little bit. And they just... Hasbro did a really, really good job with these, because they just kind of fit in perfectly. They just kind of tuck in. You see he's got the ring. Nice figure. Like the hair sculpt. I like the color of the hair. And then he comes with this half cape. I call it a half cape because it's kind of not a full cape. And what half of what's... What it's a half cape, guys. Whatever. It's a half cape. Alright, for the articulation, the head moves forward and back. Moves side to side. Arm moves up to there. Moves in this far, back that far. He's got no bicep swivel. He does have a swivel in the elbow. Single jointed elbow. Wrist rotation and wrist hinge. He does kind of have cut joints in the shoulders, but they do move out. Not really a cut joint, I guess. It's more like just a rotation. Diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far. Kicks this far forward. Kicks that far back. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got a double jointed knee, which works pretty well. And he's got ankle pivot and ankle rocker and nice glossy black shoes. So there you go. Again, might come with some accessories. Don't really remember. So I don't have them, so I can't show them. But there you go. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I've just been up really late. I've been really busy, and that's what it is. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry I keep yawning. I need to, obviously I need to chug a monster. There you go. So there is Dryden Voss. Very, very cool. Alright. Next, a figure that definitely has accessories. I just definitely don't have them on hand. We have Gohan from Dragon Stars line. Mr. Gohan. Gohan is Gohan, I guess. Alright, you can see the figures on the back. I already got Jiren. I reviewed him, and I got Kaba, who I will be reviewing at some point. And Gohan. Still need to get Kale. I'm probably just gonna try to hopefully get the other 3 for pretty cheap so I can get her, but we'll see. You can see nice shot of Gohan on the side. Dragon Stars right there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool packaging. Nah, actually, it's not that great if I'm being honest. Packaging is not that great, and these figures are actually not that great. I don't like them, and I find they break pretty easy. Just sometimes they give you characters you want. So you kind of suck it up. But this is not the case. So for Gohan, no shading in the gi at all. Just very plain. I will say the face sculpt looks good. I think they did a good job on the face sculpt. And I think other than that, that's about it. This is almost the same body as any Goku figure that's been released. And I don't believe Gohan even wears boots like this. I could be wrong. And the yawning continues. Wow. I don't believe Gohan even wears boots like this. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think they pretty much just... It's pretty much just a Goku body, I'm pretty sure. Aside from the sculpt of the hair and the face. Not too much going on here. I kind of gave him the more gripping martial arts claw hands. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. He does also come with fists, which like I said, I don't have them handy. Handy. Do you see what I did there? Joke. There you go. All right, articulation. Head moves side to side, and the head moves, and then the neck kind of moves, but not really. Moves up to here. Shoulder does rotate. Moves in this far, out that far. And so I don't know what happened here, but so these sleeves are like a separate piece, and as you just saw, they can kind of move individually. They can move on their own, so definitely use caution that you don't break them off or display them in a weird pose and then they get stuck, as I thought mine were. He's got a swivel on the bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, but it feels more like a single jointed elbow. Wrist rotation and wrist hinge. He's got a waist twist, which kind of moves like a diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward, and kicks that far back. Got a single jointed knee. No boot swivel, but he does have ankle rotation. No pivot or rocker. I guess a decent enough figure. Not a great figure. If you like Dragon Ball Z and you want to collect Dragon Ball Z figures, probably just stick with Figure Arts. That would be my advice to you. Alright, next, another figure that has no packaging. We have the Marvel Legends Radioactive Man. I think this guy was in a 3-pack, a Target 3-pack. Can see no really sculpting on the figure. His costume is just kind of painted on. It is painted quite nicely. Other than that, he's just a green translucent male body. You can see there's a little bit of painting around the eyes. And his boots obviously are a separate piece. And I think this is pretty much a separate piece. Kind of like a soft plastic. So you do have that. Pretty cool figure nonetheless. Bulkier than I thought. Just kind of like Bruno Sammartino. This is a husky figure. So I did like that. I wasn't super... I more picked this guy up because I'm like, it fills a spot. I mean, I need a Radioactive Man for my villains. And I thought that's what this figure does it more. It's a nice spot filler. But this is actually a nice figure that stands quite well on his own. I think, anyway. Articulation, head moves side to side. We go forward and back. And, oops, pops off quite easy. So you can see it's on a ball peg on a neck disc. Pop that back on. Arm moves up to there. Moves in that far, out that far. He's got a bicep swivel. single jointed elbow. I mean, it feels like a double jointed elbow. Well, I guess it is. Just that second part of that joint doesn't do much. It's got waist twist. Very nice, effective. Ab crunch. Hips move out this far. Kicks that far forward. Doesn't really kick back. Got a double jointed knee. Boot swivel. Ankle pivot. And ankle rocker. So definitely nicely articulated. A very nice figure. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And like I said, he kind of fills out your C list fill-in display. So there you go. You gotta get a Radioactive Man in there. All right, next we have some very fun. Just gotta get this guy standing up. Literally leaning is the only way that guy will stand, which is pretty lame if you ask me. Another figure that I think is pretty lame, but actually kind of nice. We have Soldier 76, and we have Anna, is it Anna? Anna? Something like that, right? Anna, yeah. There you go. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze there. I went from sneezing to yawning. But I didn't, so. Crisis averted. Now if we could just get her to hold her gun, that would be nice. So there we go. We have the Anna in her not regular gear, which is kind of a miss in my opinion. You should be giving us figures in their main costume. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Before you start giving us alternate costumes. But it's Hasbro and they can do whatever they want. So there is the packaging for the 2-pack. You can see Soldier 76 right there, Anna right there. And some stats on the side. There you go. You can see both figures on the back with the other figures available. Like I said, I didn't pick up all these. I'm just kind of cherry picking the ones I want. There's a bio right there if you want to read that. Looks like a bio. No, there you go. So there's kind of like a little bio for these two. If you want to read that, of course, pause this video now. Alright, these are pretty nice figures. I would say Soldier 76 is a better of the two for Anna. First of all, she can't hold her rifle with 2 hands. And I'm not a soldier. I've never used a rifle. But I'm pretty sure that that's not how you do it. But I guess it's video games and it doesn't matter. The rifle does look really cool. So I'll kind of give her that. And she's got some armor. This is a separate piece. Jacket is a separate piece. And there's some nice sculpting on the jacket and some nice paint work. So I think that checks out. The boots look pretty cool as well. She does stand okay. She does stand. You get her standing in a vanilla kind of spot, kind of pose, but I think that's about it. I don't think there's really much more that you'd be able to do with her, or at least for me, there's not much more I could do with this figure. Like I said, the paintwork is really good, and she just have some separate pieces on there. So this, again, this is a separate piece. The belt kind of / armor is a separate piece. So there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Articulation for Anna, the head moves side to side. The hood is a separate piece as well, so you can kind of move that around. I don't know why you would, but if you want to, you could. Arm moves up to there, moves in this far, out that far. We do have a swivel in the elbow. We have a single jointed elbow, diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far. Ooh, kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. Double jointed knee, and ankle pivot and ankle rockers. I feel like the leg's kind of stuck. So there you go. Not a bad figure, but this not as good as Soldier 76. And I will say, I think the worst part of this is she should have just come in her regular costume instead of already giving us alternate costumes. Getting into Soldier 76, I think he looks really good. I really like the face sculpt. I like the sculpting, the grenades everywhere. And you can see he's got a handgun that's just kind of sculpted in the holster. Boots look nice. The gun looks really, really cool. I had a phone call there. Gun looks very cool. You can see he's got the big 76 on the back with the harness, which again is a separate piece. Yeah, like I said, very nice looking figure. He holds the gun not too bad, but you definitely got to get him holding it with sort of two hands. So you got to get one hand on the trigger and one hand kind of like that. And if you kind of tuck it in right, you can kind of get him holding it somewhat decent, but and again, it's one of those things that it never really looks as good as I want it to. But you can kind of finagle it. So they both come with some minor accessories. So Soldier 76 comes with a missile effect for his gun, which has some nice translucent blue plastic. I can't talk right now. I think that looks really cool. And Anna comes with a effect for her gun. I think, oh, my kid's yelling right now. And there you go, that just pops on like that. Like I said, not great, but they do get the job done, and she does come with an alternate open hand soldier. Two alternate open hands, I should say. And Soldier 76 comes with two fists. So there you go, not the greatest of accessories, but they do come with some nice stuff. And I think the Anna's a miss, partially just because I think the version they use. But I think actually, especially the Soldier 76, I think this is a really good figure. I like this figure a lot. I just wish he could. I just wish that he could hold the gun a little better. That would be my one criticism. But my kid's still yelling. There you go. Yeah, see, he doesn't. He won't hold it, but you get the idea. All right, I gotta. All right, my friends, if you're noticing, yes, the lighting has changed. It's probably slightly better. Every time I do this, it's slightly better. I had to stop once again, and I had to put Emma to bed, but we are back, guys. Rounding it out home, we got a couple figures left. Once again, if you like this style of video, make sure you definitely let me know, because I think I'm going to be doing more of this, just to kind of not be so behind all the time. Maybe once in a while, I'll review stuff on its own, but we'll see. I'm not really sure yet. All right, next we have the Ultimate Assassin Predator, which definitely when it comes to this guy, size is not everything, because wow, this figure can not even stand on his own. Really quick, anytime I review a Predator, make sure I'm going to give my boy a shout out. Make sure you go check out Jimmy Lee and his channel, because this is his forte and he does this better than anyone I've seen. So make sure you go check out my boy. Make sure you drop him a little comment. Make sure you go to his latest video and make sure you spam the word apple pie. I want you to go on to his latest video and just spam apple pie, and he's not gonna know why, but we'll know why. We'll know why. Anyway, all right. For the size of this figure, it is nice. Obviously, the size is really quite good. He is quite tall. The open face sculpt is really nice. I gotta say, he did come with a blade and a gun, both of which I have on my table. They're just buried. Guys, let's be real. Look how much shit I got on my table. That's just waiting to be reviewed. So they're somewhere amongst that pile. So sometimes that's why I'm missing accessories. All right, he's got the kind of grayish, bluish gray skin. It's very bumpy. That's Emma. I guess she's making a cameo in this video. She wants her baby monitor. Let's see how this turns out. She gonna go get it? Looks like she's just accepted it. Good call for her. What am I even talking about? Oh yeah, the bluish, kind of grayish skin with the burgundy accents. Looks nice. He's obviously got the power dreads like all Predators do. Pretty nice and very bumpy and spiky. Comes with the 2 open claws. You can see there, and these feet, which do not hold him up. And the other big problem here, he didn't come with any kind of flight stand. Not ideal. Like, all right, you can get him standing. Like, you can, for the most part, get him standing, but he won't stay for long. He'll end up tipping right over, which is not good. Obviously, we don't want our figures tipping over. Oh, I didn't even show the packaging. I don't know what I'm even talking about. So there you go, the Assassin Predator from the Predator movie, which a lot of people didn't like. It's hit and miss. I like certain parts of it. I like certain aspects of it. But he looks really nice next to Fugitive Predator anyway. So there you go. Alright, articulation. The head moves. It rotates, moves forward and back. Arm moves. They can't get it to move out at all or move back. Just kind of swivels. Doesn't. He's got a rotation in the forearm. Can't get the elbows to bend. Forget that. He's got the diaphragm joint on the top and on the bottom. Kicks as far forward. Kicks that far back. Can't get the knees to bend. Can't get the hip. Well, actually, the hips move out this far, so that's not bad. Yeah, this guy is in need of some serious hot water. And the damn fingernails are sharp, man. Like, these are sharp. They legitimately keep poking me, and it hurts. I don't know if you could see, but it hurts. But all in all, despite all my critiques, this still is a very, very cool figure, and I'm still happy to have him. He definitely looks great next to Fugitive, but whew, like I said, bigger does not always equal better in the world of Predator, and that's never been more apparent to me than now. So there you go. Ultimate Assassin Predator comes also with some accessories, which I will quickly show you. I'm not going to take them out of the bag. So he comes with a more closed mouth head. Then he comes with 2 fist hands, and that's about it for accessories. And like I mentioned before, he comes with the gun and the claw, which I just can't access right now. But finishing it up, we only got a couple figures left to go from DC Collectibles. Doomsday Clock, we have the Comedian and Marionette. See those 2 figures on the back. There you go. The other figures haven't got around to reviewing this yet, but I did review this set. The yawning never goes away, guys. Let me just tell you. If I recall, I wasn't too big a fan of this set, so we'll see. Am I a big fan of these figures? Here's a spoiler. Not really, actually. So looking at the Comedian first, he looks good. From a distance, you might say, Matt, what's wrong with you? He looks really solid. Okay. Does look solid. I will give you some minor critiques. Paint here, sloppy. On this side, not so bad. The boots and his legs are so glossy. They're like slippery. Like it feels like they're made out of pudding. I don't even know how to better describe that. It feels literally like they are made out of pudding. Like they're just so shiny and so glossy. Comes with 2 holsters for the guns, which is nice. And I don't have the guns because I gave them to Red Hood. I need to find a shotgun, or I just need to find some kind of gun to give to him. All right, I know what you're thinking. Just give him the knives. Well, I would, but I can't give him the knives because they're just kind of sculpted there, and there's nothing I could do with them. So can't do anything about that, right? But aside from the glossiness on the legs, I like the belt with all the bullets. I think that looks very, very cool. The face sculpt is good. And the paint they use on the hair, paint apps are very, very nice. For the most part, the paint apps here are not bad. Minus that one little smudge. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. I think he might come with some alternate hands. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Articulation, the head moves side to side. Moves forward and back. Arm moves up to there. Moves in this far. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double jointed elbow, wrist rotation, and wrist hinge, waist twist, and ab crunch. I think he's got an ab crunch, but it doesn't really work on mine. So there you go. Hips move out this far. Kicks this far forward. Kicks that far back. He's got a nice double jointed knee. Got a boot swivel. And ankle rotation and ankle pivot and ankle rocker. So there you go, nice and articulated, nice enough figure. Not great. He has some kind of straps here on the bottom, but they're all just painted. They didn't even bother to sort of paint the buckle to kind of differentiate, make it stand out a little bit. The thighs are supposed to swivel, but they don't. And one is just kind of... Okay, so there we go. So the thighs do swivel. Nice looking figure. Stands okay. I can't really complain, but nothing super special. The figure I liked aesthetically better. We have Marionette. So here we go. I think the face sculpt is awesome. I really love the face sculpt here. I love the sculpt on the hair, and I think they got the perfect Emma Frost shade of blonde. Just have her shirt, which is kind of glossy, and it's got the red buttons. Obviously, she is quite busty, so if you're a fan of that at all, there you go. Now, here's what I like: the pants, or the leotard, whatever you want to call it. It's actually soft goods, so they actually put some soft goods on there, which I wasn't expecting, but I am happy that they did that. Now, you can still articulate her, but I wouldn't try to push it too much, just because I feel like if you do, it might tear. So I'd be careful about that. She's got the little bows on her shoes, and shoes are just kind of painted on, but they look nice. She's got 2 of this kind of slap hand. Same articulation as Comedian. I'm not going to bother going over it again. But there you go. And then this piece is soft goods, and just like a little fur thing. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. And she's got the ribbon or the choker, whatever you want to call it. Kind of a shame that this was the better of the 2. I had really had high hopes for Comedian, but there you go. It's a pretty cool figure, and I would say she stands far better than Mime. Was it Mime? I think it was Mime. I would say she's a lot better than Mime. And this is it, guys. Our last figure of the video. We have the DC Universe Classics Forager. So there you go, guys. You can see. Excuse me. Another yawn. I think that's going to be the last yawn of the video. See the other figures available, and you can see Imperex in his completed state. Brief bio right there for Forager. If you want to read that, of course, pause the video now. Get that out of the way. And there is Forager, man. He looks pretty good. I like this figure. So I like the softer red. It's not as bright and glossy as per se Repugnant. I like that it's more faded, and I don't know if they did that intentionally or if it's just over time. There's some nice black shading in the white on the chest and on the gloves. I mean, not a lot of sculpting on here, minus this wrist guard and his shield, which the shield is removable. I don't know why you'd want to take it off, but there you go. I mean, it's nice to have the option, right? Have the option. Face sculpt is good. You can see, I don't know what that's supposed to be on the back, but there you go. And some dirt and smudging there. And I mean, I got this figure mint on card, so that's not from another collector. That's just the figure itself. Articulation, the head moves side to side, forward and back. Arm moves up to here, moves in this far, out that far. We got a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, waist twist, and ab crunch. Hips move out this far, kicks that far forward, kicks that far back. He's got a thigh swivel and a single jointed knee. So it has ankle pivot, no ankle rockers. Again, this is old school Mattel at its best. I mean, actually, they never really evolved much from this. But hey, man, as far as a 6-inch Forager go, this is probably the best one you could ask for. So I'll get rid of these guys for now. I will end the video here. I'm going to just end the video here. I'm going to insert the little transformed stage for those guys. I'll insert it here. So there you go. You've just seen them in their transformed state. That is it, guys. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. As always, if you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I mean, do it anyway. I can't say if this video is even going to be on YouTube, to be honest. I don't know where this video is going to end up. But excuse me, I need some much deserved sleep. But I would appreciate it if you did that for this video anyway, guys. I would very much appreciate that. I think I'm just gonna end it because I really don't know where this video is gonna be. But yeah, if you're watching it on facebook.com/Matitude22 figure reviews, then disregard that. It might be on the Sanctuary, so make sure you're following them on Facebook. Make sure you check out Clickbait Wrestling on Facebook. Guys, make sure you go to the Sanctuary. Make sure you support everybody there. Support everybody from Spaghetti and Friends. And just kind of, that's it. Keep rambling on. So thank you guys. Like I said, I hope you like this video. Wherever you're watching this, drop in the comments if you like this style, if you want to see me keep doing stuff like this, or I had some ideas for some different themes. But like I said, let me know if you like this or if you want me to do the single figures. That's totally up to you. I'll let you guys have a say on that. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Alright, what is going on, everybody? Matt222 here today, bringing you a very a sloppy video. Guys, I just finished recording, just finished streaming another great edition of Clickbait Wrestling. Make sure you go check that out. Make sure you go subscribe to Clickbait Wrestling on YouTube. And I said for the video, I was going to kind of show you guys in their alt modes. I did that. I'm going to put this at the end of the video. I know I said there was one point where I was like, I'll put it here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick it at the end. All right, so just really quick, here are the alt modes for Blast Off. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, again, not a fan of the color scheme, but as far as being like a space shuttle, I think it looks good. I think maybe I wish it was a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, which actually doesn't, because the shape and saying I wish it was thicker, it doesn't really sound good, but there you go. That is it. Transformation was relatively simple. Counterpunch, again, very nice. Very nice looking card. Don't know what kind of car this is. I'm not a car guy to any degree, so if y'all know what kind of car this is, feel free to pipe down in the comments, and you can see it rolls quite well. Looks pretty sleek. I like it a lot. I think this is really, really cool. So there you go. And again, transformation, not too difficult. Repugnant, I would say. So sorry, that's my my messy closet. And we'll just try to keep the camera down here. Repugnant. Again, he looks very similar to the other monster bots. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Kind of monster face is really cool. Actually, I kind of broke his little pincer when I was transforming him, so not ideal. I'm gonna have to glue that, but yeah, it definitely looks good to say the least. I would say out of the three alt modes, I would probably say I like Counterpunch the best, but Repugnant is pretty cool too. So there you go, guys. I said I was going to show you the alt modes. I did. Didn't bother showing the transformations because I really don't think anybody cares about that. If you want to see the transformations, make sure you let me know. But and the only other reason I'm not doing this in my actual setup is because I actually got all my figures set up for my next video, and then I thought, oh crap, I forgot to show the transformations. So I just kind of thought I would do that here, and there you go. All right, so thank you guys very much. Thank you for all your support. I'll catch you later.